Hey everyone, it's Donna Landy back with you for our virtual chat monthly calls. We decided to do these monthly instead of bi-monthly. We also have our virtual tips that we'll be posting on the Landy Chef team page. And I also want to thank all of our volunteers, and I know many of you will jump up to the plate too, but we have started to do a monthly mock virtual party. So you can see, we all do things differently. And the thing we do know about virtual parties is, the cookie cutter thing doesn't work. You have to just put your personality in and, make it yours. But there are so many different ways to do things. And tonight, Heather Caesar, thank you so much. Heather's traveling. God bless you. She's traveling. She's in a hotel. She doesn't have the best. Who's got the fire going? Wait, what's with the fire? we got the little fire going out there. That's awesome. But anyway, Heather's, committed to being with us tonight, and her internet is not that great, so we can't see her, but we'll be hearing from her. And she's been doing these awesome Skype parties, so I can't wait to hear from her on that. And to follow up, stick with us, because I will be sharing. I just talked to Sharon Zellen yesterday, and Sharon has been doing all different types of virtual shows, but she was just sharing with me how she is going live and doing these really cool shows, and she's averaging like $1,000 shows. So we'll be sharing her outline, a basic outline with that, because the reality is that Pampered Chef is really what you're excited about. Like, I can't stress this enough, you guys. It's not about any, right or wrong of anything anymore. It's about, what are you excited about? Are you excited about cooking? Are you excited about going live? Are you excited about virtual? Are you excited about being with people? It doesn't matter. Are you excited about eating popcorn? Whatever, drinking wine. We have it all, right? So this fire is moving around. Tiffany, what are you doing? I want to go out and sit by your fire.
Every night.
So Tiffany, I have a fire pit on my screen porch, and if I do that, though, I don't want to work.
Yeah, it can be a little difficult, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, so you're a tease. Anyway, thanks for sharing your fire pit with us. It's beautiful.
Anytime.
Okay. All right, so without further ado, and again, I cannot stress enough to all of you. It's you. What are you excited about? Whatever part virtual is humongous, right? It's just huge. It's millions and trillions of people and different ways to do things. So we just want you to understand that there are so many ways to do it, and we're going to be providing you over the next several months with lots of different techniques and personalities and ways to do virtual business. But don't miss out. It's October, okay? I want you all tomorrow to be on there. Whatever your virtual excitement is, get on there tomorrow, make some money, because there's lots to be made this month. All right, so without further ado, I want to introduce Heather Caesar. She's you guys know her. She was on the last chat and shared just some fabulous tips for us. And she's doing these Skype shows, so I can't wait to hear more. So can you share, Heather?
Yes, I can. Thank you for having me on the call. It looks like I was able to finally get internet connected. I don't know how long that you'll be able to see me.
She's cute too, right?
What?
I said you're so cute.
Like Donna said, I'm traveling, so I apologize. I'm doing my best here. So like Donna was saying, I actually got into something recently that I'm calling Skype shows now, or FaceTime shows, depending on what you have available to you. What happened is my family, they all live about 5 to 6 hours away from me, and they wanted to share in my business. They wanted to host shows, but they wanted to host live shows. They're used to our live cooking shows where I come on site and I make this amazing meal and show them all this stuff, hands-on. Unfortunately, they also want the live show on a weeknight, and that's something that just does not fit into my schedule. I don't have the capability to leave my full-time job and drive home for a night to do a live cooking show for them, but I wanted to do as much of a live show as possible. So what I ended up doing was deciding to do a Skype show. And luckily, my mom's best friend, she owns, half the catalog. So because of that, we were able to host a show where she's the host at her house, 5 hours away from me. And she had all the supplies that she needed. We made sure that we picked a recipe that had supplies that she had available. She cooked the recipe at the same time I was cooking it, and we did all of this via Skype. And for those of you who haven't used Skype, it is a free service. It's a free video or phone service. As long as you're doing video, at least I know it's free. I know some stuff, people say, oh, no, Skype costs money. But if you're just doing the video portion, it doesn't cost you anything. It's really easy to sign up to online. So if you don't have an account, you can just go to skype.com and get yourself an account. And we ended up cooking the exact same recipe the same time. I would point stuff out on my end, and then I would say, okay, jump over to your host and take a look at what she's doing with the product so you can actually try it out, yourself. So I was doing the coaching that we usually do and going through how do you use the different products. But they were able to then walk over to the host and use those products live, even though I wasn't physically there.
Cool.
Now, yeah, and it too then, a lot of people kind of ask, well, how do you do checkout? Because we're used to doing kind of our one-on-one sit down and going through the customer care and going through, did you enjoy tonight? Do you want to host? All of those questions that we come up with. I actually ended up sitting each customer down right in front of the laptop. I had them each come down one by one in front of the camera, and we went through the same checkout process we usually do. I'm lucky in that I do have a nice laptop, and I also have my phone. So they gave me their order through the camera, and I put the order in on my phone. And so I was then able to get their total, get their credit card info, and then also ask if they wanted to host or were interested in joining the business. So I still do the one-on-one checkout with everybody. I just do that through the camera. The last one that I did, the Skype was actually not working. So I ended up using FaceTime, which works just as well, but it only works with, Apple devices. So that's something to kind of keep in mind, that that's definitely another option to do via FaceTime rather than via Skype.
And another thing, Heather, to consider is they would have to connect, but Zoom would get everybody on the same page too, just like we're doing here. So they would have
Correct.
to dial in from their device.
Yeah, and that's another thing too that I was kind of starting to look into, was other options like that where you can still do that live show. I think some of them were more so looking to have a hands-on. So they all live, my mom and her friends, they all live by each other. Mm-hmm. So for them to go to each other's house to do it worked out well, rather than obviously me driving 5 hours or them driving 5 hours to me.
Sure.
But Zoom would definitely work too, to get a large group together from different states or different locations, definitely.
Absolutely. That's awesome. So what were your results?
The results the first show that I did, I ended up getting, it was almost $1,300 in sales. The second show didn't go.
That's awesome.
The second show, it honestly turned out really well. I was very pleased with the results, and, it made it so that they were still able to have their live show experience they wanted, but, I didn't have to drive all that way or try to drive home on a weekend or whatever the case may be. The second show turned out, still good. It was almost a $700 show, not as good as the first. I think that definitely the second show, there were some technical problems. And then, the first show, she was really tech savvy. She actually hooked her laptop up to the TV so that I was extremely large and they could all see me from all angles of the living room and the kitchen. And the second show, unfortunately, she just had a bad setup in her house. So they weren't really able to see me as well, and I wasn't able to interact as well with all of the guests, unfortunately.
Yeah, so that definitely would make a difference, right? But that is
right. Yeah,
and it's such a, you know what? It doesn't matter. Whatever way works and whatever you and the host are excited about, like obviously the hosts that have that technology, you guys always should take advantage of it. And that is so smart of you. Wow, that is incredible. So how about bookings? It sounds like the sales were amazing.
Yeah, I actually got a couple bookings off the first show, and then I got one off the last show. And there were only 5 or 6 guests at the last show, so it was a pretty small show. So to get one booking, I was happy with.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fabulous. And that's exactly, that's our goal, right? To get 2 bookings at every show when you have, full participation and no technical difficulties. So questions for Heather. Questions for Heather on doing a Skype and what's in your brains right now that you need to know? Unmute yourself and just ask away. Do you guys, first of all, do you know what Skype is and how to use it? Okay, so I'm wondering how she connected Skype to her TV. Do you know? Because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think there's, I think most TVs nowadays, or even if you have some sort of HDMI cable, she might use that, or she might use the video, what am I thinking of? The red, yellow, and white cable that connects to the back of her TV. I think she had a USB port on the other side that she put into it. Unfortunately, I'm not tech savvy enough to know how she did that, but I could definitely ask her and, post that for the group.
That would be awesome because so many of our hosts want to do whatever we tell them to do and want to have a very successful show, and they have all the tools to do it. They just don't know how. So it is sometimes up to us to, let them know step by step. So yeah, that would be so great. And we have the tech tips going every Tuesday, but just don't even wait for that. Just go ahead and post on this. I'll post the recording and post on this because that would be great.
Okay, I can do that.
Heather, don't be afraid. Just ask away. No questions? Okay, so Heather has had pretty much most of her business is virtual, right, Heather?
Yeah.
Have you done any cooking shows live?
I have done 2 live cooking. One was a bridal show, and then one was a regular cooking show, so just 2.
Okay, so you've done it with the posting, and then you've now done the Skype. But the Skype is different. It's kind of like doing a live show on camera, right? Which is a little different.
Right.
So, and you see the difference, you feel the difference. What do you think the customers, what is your reaction to the 2 different types since you've done both?
I definitely think, even in my position now, when, you know, my full-time job, I should say, when I do sales, I think that being live or being in person, or even, you know, over a camera, you can see the other person and you can interact with them so much more. I mean, a lot of people have made comments that even going live in their Facebook parties, which is something that I've started to do a ton of now as well, even going live, people see you and they see the product in action and they have a chance to interact with you, and they find that thrilling and they find that intriguing. And I definitely think there's a huge difference between a straight virtual party with no, you know, going live or any Skype or anything like that, versus doing some sort of video or FaceTime or Skype show. Like I said, I think there's more customer interaction and people tend to buy from a person usually. So if they can see you, they're more likely to engage in that product.
Yeah, that's a good point. But the reality is it all works, because I just closed a fundraiser where I did nothing live. And it was a $600 fundraiser, and we've all closed these $1,000 and $1,200 shows that, you know, they don't even know who we are. So, but I tend to agree with you. But I think that whatever you're excited about comes out in the way you present it. So whether you go live or whether you just do it as far as posting, if you're excited about it and that's your passion and that's how you want to do business, trust me, it will come out. So there is no right way to do this business anymore. You know, I've been around, you guys know, I've been around for 22 years. So for me, it's like, oh, I always thought, well, yeah, we're supposed to have we have a set outline for our show and everything has to be done like this. No, it's gone. It's what you're excited about. So I want you all, if you leave with nothing else from this call, ask yourself, what am I excited about? You know, what part of this whole new virtual business and arena can I get excited about, and can I share with my customers? So good. Yeah. And you know what? I thank you so much, because you are just out there. You're just trying new things and it's working for you. You are one of our top selling consultants in Wisconsin consistently. And thank you so much for leading the way.
Yeah, no problem.
So any other questions or do you have any other tips for us, Heather?
I don't think so at this time.
Okay.
I mean, I definitely think I've seen the tech tips coming through that Jason's been posting. I think those are all awesome. I'm learning new stuff by looking at those. So I think just, you know, stay engaged with your team, and that's the biggest thing. Your team's there for you to support you and help. So stay engaged.
No, absolutely. And if all of you, I'm just going to put a plug out. If you have not checked out our team calendar, we have booking blitzes, you know, and it doesn't matter whether you're doing virtual shows or cooking shows. We have training for you. We have, you know, how to recruit, how to share the business, opportunity events. We have, if you want to promote to a new level, we have promotion programs. Just you name it, we have it. So check out our calendar and know that your director team is, you know, here to support you every step of the way. So thank you so much for sharing. And I want to just tag on to that right now, because last night I was talking to my buddy Sharon Zellen. You guys, many of you know Sharon. She's our Circle of Honor achiever for many years in developing leaders and in recruiting. And you know, it's not unusual for her to recruit 30 or 40 or 50 people in a year and qualify them. And so she was talking about, and Sharon's my age, right? So, and I have a good hairdresser, but I'm kind of old. So anyway, we have really struggled with this whole virtual thing, even though I used to be a computer systems analyst out of college, and I've always been in computers. This is a new area for me. This is a new way to do business. So we've kind of fought it a little bit, but I think as a team, the Landy team is a forefront, because last November I said, I don't care, I'm jumping into this and I'm going to teach my team how to do it. Well, Sharon has been doing it, and she's pretty knowledgeable about what everyone in the company is doing. So last night she said to me, Donna, because I was like, oh, Sharon, I can't do all these posts. They're driving me crazy. Anybody feel like that? Don't lie. So some of you love these posts, and some of you, they drive you crazy. And okay, I've been doing this 22 years, so I'm used to doing my show, getting in and out in an hour and being done, and I'm done. But, doing these posts is like a lot of time for me. So she said, this is what I'm doing, and I'm having $800, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 shows. I'm like, well, tell me more. So she's doing exactly what Heather just said, but a little differently. So you guys know the 10-day, shows, the 7-day shows. I mean, there's 1-hour shows. There's all kinds of shows out there. You pick and choose what works for you, what you're excited about. Again, you can't promote something that you're not excited about. But what she does is for 3 days, she posts, okay, I'm going live on Friday, let's just say, okay, because it's Tuesday. So I'm going live on Friday. So every day she makes one post, just to say 2 more days till I go live, 3, 1 more day till I go live. And so that's something she does manually. And then she goes live for 30 minutes, and she doesn't cook. But she's a very strong seller. But she sells her favorite products, and she gives you tons and tons of ideas. Like she does the brownie pan, or my favorite is the 12-inch family skillet, and she'll give you maybe 30 recipes for it in a matter of a minute. Like, I don't know if she breathes in between, but she really shares a lot of why people need it, as far as uses, not, how we always say that there are benefits and there are, I just went blank. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So uses meaning recipes, and so they can visualize themselves actually using that product. And she goes on for just 30 minutes, 12-inch family skillet, brownie pan, mix and chop. What else was in there? The stones, the egg cooker, the new stones, the glazed stones, the garlic press. She just shares her favorite things, just like you would want to bring in your favorite things, because she'll throw in, here's what I made for my family in this. And of course, we'll throw in our top selling things like this. And so for 30 minutes she'll sell, and they're posting live. And she tells them at the beginning, hey, I'm going to just, we'll go live. And then at the end, I'll go back and look at your questions and I'll answer them. So she can't see it because she has a tripod, or she has somebody videoing her, and it's too far away for her to actually see what people are posting, right? So after she finishes, she goes ahead and answers their questions. But in the beginning, she'll say, hey guys, this is Sharon Zellen, and I'm so excited to be with you. This is a whole new way to do Pampered Chef. Many of you know I've been doing this 20 years, but this is something we've only started doing a few months ago. We're looking for consultants to do, live Facebook shows like this. It's been phenomenal, blah, 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 blah. So she'll open up with some recruiting, and also she'll throw in lots of host benefits up front, and what hosts will get for hosting, whether it's a Facebook show or, a regular show. But mostly she focuses on Facebook shows. So she'll say, my average host for a virtual show like this will get between $100 and $300 in free product, and you'll get up to 5 half-price items, and you'll get up to 30%, in the catalog. So she'll share that right up front in that first 2 minutes. And as well as sharing that we're looking to hire people to do virtual shows. And she's recruited, like she said, she did 2 and she recruited 1 or 2 shows and she recruited 2 or 3 people, like right from those 2 shows. So she said it was just phenomenal. It has not changed her recruiting, has not changed her sales. In fact, if anything, it's getting her out to people that she would never, ever see. And her host, she said, was really one of the shows that she invited me to, that the host invited like 400 people or something. And she had like over 100 watching her at her live thing. So imagine the possibilities where you have that many people, right? That you can sell Pamper Check to. It's incredible. And you do it your way, whatever your way is. And then after she goes live, so she posts for 3 days, just, 1 post a day. She goes live. She makes it like, get ready. We're going live. And then she goes live. A lot of times she'll do it on like a Wednesday night, or don't do it this Wednesday. You get the debate. I don't know why we want to watch that, but whatever. She'll also do it like a Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. So pick, a night that works for you and your host, and you can go live. And then for 3 days after, she'll make posts, and she'll make about 6 to 10 posts a day. And she'll primarily promote all of our new stuff, all of our really hot things, like the, popcorn maker, like what's hot, right? And what's new for the season. And then she'll do her drawings and close things out. So how cool is that, right? And I like how she does the posting after instead of before, to build up that excitement and then to follow up, because people already saw that or heard about it, but then they do it later. Okay. So also, of course, that's a second way to do shows. The third way, of course, actually there's no third way. There's probably like 20 ways. But again, I can't stress enough, Sherry Codd has been so generous to share her posts. And we have a mock show going on right now where you can see. And I love the way Sherry shares her products and has videos attached. Have you guys seen the mock party that we've got running right now? Isn't that cool? And you see how each one of us, we have our own styles, but I can connect to the way she's doing things. Some of you maybe not, but it's awesome. So I'm so grateful. So every month we will run a mock party of some sort. I think Jason Hiller has agreed and volunteered to do November, and he'll be sharing lots of holiday things. We're going to do like a 72-hour blowout for you guys so that you'll have something ready for Cyber Monday and Black Friday and that whole big holiday weekend. I think Charlotte just posted her October, November outline. Many of you probably saw that. Again, be careful if you're using that outline. What I would suggest, don't download her pictures. Go ahead and cut and paste and copy it in your own, cut off some of the white, but make it your own, because you do not want to be in, zombie land of Facebook or whatever, because you are at the mercy of thousands and thousands of others looking at that. The advantage of us doing a mock show within our team is we now have some posts that will be more unique to our team. And so you probably will be pretty safe at sharing a lot of them. Okay, so questions, or what can you share with us that you're doing that's working?
I forgot her name that you said, the person that's going live.
Sharon Zell.
Sharon, is she doing still 10 days worth, but she just makes posts before she goes live and then a couple days after?
No. No, Sharon's doing like maybe total of 7 days. So she'll maybe post 3 days of, okay, I'm going live. And then she goes live. And then for 3 days, maybe she'll do any kind of post. And I saw the post. So they're really all of our hot new products. I would definitely say it's like popcorn maker, wine, all of our new stones, just all of our really hot things for the season is what she's posting. And then she's just doing a lot of, yay, help out our host, we're almost there, or hey, here's our winner, or, so it's those kind of things.
Okay.
Very effective, though.
Thank you.
What was interesting, too, is how sometimes you don't have a whole lot of posting going on? She had a ton of posts on her video. Tons. She doesn't have hardly any posts on her post after the live, where she's doing products and stuff. So you kind of wonder, what works, what doesn't. I actually am running a show right now that I think I'm going to go live in, like, just randomly, just to test it out. But I decided to do an early bird special. Like, if you click going, because it's an event, you'll be an early bird. And as soon as I posted a prize, I noticed all of a sudden people started playing a lot more games. So, and I said, oh, Julie won, and she's going to pick a spice. So if you can post that they're really going to win things early and that it's a real product that they're winning, I think they engage more. And I've noticed that they're starting to, definitely engage more in all of the other games too. Okay, other questions, comments, suggestions, tips? We want to hear them. What's working for you guys?
Do you have any tips on how to get people to interact more? Because I know a few of my recruits are having problems getting people to, interact, and we've tried everything.
Okay. So I just gave one about doing a drawing early that shows that they're going to get real product, or publishing what the product is that they're going to earn, rather than just you're going to get a gift, right? So if they know it's going to be something, that they're interested in, they'll definitely participate more. But who else wants to help with that?
Hi, it's Tiffany. Hopefully you can hear me. It's raining out here with my fire. I'm actually testing out couples parties. I don't know if anybody's tried those, but to actually get husband and wife to invite their entire Facebook list and kind of gear the post towards both men and women. I know a lot of men cooks in my life, and I think that we're kind of missing a market there. If you look at our posts, if you look at a lot of the things that we put out in a party, there isn't a whole lot there geared towards the men, and I think we need to increase that.
I'm glad you said that, Tiffany. I absolutely agree. And the fundraiser I just did was run by a man, not his wife, and he's like the cook in the house. And so we do need to be mindful of that, and we need to include both. I think the pictures for the holidays are, include both sexes, and we should include as many of those as possible. I love the new stuff coming out of Pampered Chef. Who else has some comments about that? What's fun too is some of just the guy pictures. Who is it? There's a couple of movie stars. They have pictures of them just making comments. I just love them. I think it's fun. Okay, so I don't know if we totally answered. I mean, there's so many things you can do, but the driving thing with these virtual shows is not, okay, what can I do to engage them? Is, do you have enough people there? And do you have enough people that are just excited for the host? So here's the host engaged. So you have enough people. Remember that only maybe 20% of those you invite are going to go. Offering some kind of early going incentive, before the party starts, is huge. And so Becky Adams is a new executive who just promoted. Her whole team is virtual. And she shared with us all of her host coaching. And what she does, and I shared a little of this on our last call, and I'll share her whole host coaching I'm not sure where I'm going to share it yet. I might just share a file rather than share it in a group or an event because it gets old to look through all these events. But basically, she does all of her shows. She starts them, she runs 2 batches per month. And so the first Tuesday of the month starts the first batch, and it runs through the following Thursday. And then the second batch starts Tuesday and runs the same thing. And so she always knows. So what she'll do is, if you say, I want to have a show with you, then you're going to be in one of those batches upcoming. Okay, so she doesn't have all these shows running like randomly that makes you dizzy. And so she knows that, on the Tuesday, October 4th, she's got 5 or 6 shows starting. And then they're all going to close on Wednesday the 12th. She's going to be probably submitting them all on the 13th, right? So she's got this whole plan in place, and every day she gives the host something to post. And the biggest thing that she does is she creates from those 4 or 5 hosts, she creates a group with them, and she gives them all incentives. And the host that does like the best gets 5% of their sales, maybe $50, $60 in a bonus free products. But she does all kinds of great incentives with them. And so it really works for her. Will that work for everyone? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. So again, it's funny how everything, what I learned when I came back from an exec seminar, and of course I spent a lot of time with Charlotte and Becky and lots of others, was everything works. Everything works, guys. Like, I'm not going to tell you there's a right or wrong with virtual or with Pampered Chef or with cooking shows. Everything works. It's whatever you're excited about and passionate about. That's what's going to get you lots and lots of business.
Okay, now getting people to, okay, let me think about how to word this. When we have the host invite their guests, and say you have 200 people that were invited and only 10 have responded, do you send them a letter to get them, or have the host send them a letter to get them to participate? Okay, we've tried that, and what they seem to be doing is the host is posting it on the page, and we tried to talk to them, to get them to either personal message it, so it's a little more personal, you're reaching out to the guest. So is there any way to get the people that are not responding?
Tell you that offering an incentive, and I just did it last night. My host had 7 people going, and she invited 60. And I knew she didn't even invite enough, but I was like, okay. So I sent her a note and I said, hey, my early bird drawing is going to end tomorrow at 8 a.m. Here's what I'd like you to post. And I gave her the exact words to post. And make sure you're going. Donna's doing an early bird drawing. I want you all in it. We're going to have so much fun in the party. Within a minute, she posted what I sent her. So the key is sending her the exact words so she can copy and paste it. It's key for these busy people. And she did. And we doubled. We're up to 17 going right now. So, and I drew this morning. So all of a sudden, the minute I drew, and I decided, you know what, let me give them a spice, like get them excited. So now, all of a sudden, I notice all these new people are posting like crazy because they're excited.
All right, thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yep, totally.
Okay, good. And so this is some of the stuff I actually learned from Becky and that host coaching. So I will post it. I'll make it available for everyone. Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. So when you are doing your drawings and your prizes and you add them to their order, I got looped into the direct ship. So I can't add them to their order. So how do I do that? I mean, without getting too costly.
I'm not in direct ship yet. So I don't know the answer to that. Will you do me a favor? Will you post that question on one of the tech tips on the Landy Chef? Because we have lots of people on direct ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the answer. And I think you're right. I think it's going to ship immediately. So you could actually, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. A lot of things come to mind that you could do. You could give $5 in your next purchase, $10 in your next purchase, coupons, that kind of thing. But, or you could just give things that are very lightweight to mail, is what I'm thinking. You know, one of the things frustrates me is I have a lot of inventory right now, and I'm buying all this stuff on people's orders, and it frustrates me because I could just give them stuff, but they're all long distance, and it would take me so much time. By the time I mail it, it would cost me so much more. So it's so much easier to just add it. So that's a great question. I'm sorry, I don't have the answer because I'm not doing direct ship yet, but I want to because it's amazing. They'll post it in there for sure. Anybody on the call doing direct ship that has an answer for Carolyn? But Lori, are you still here? Are you doing direct ship? Okay, no, I'm not hearing anybody. Okay, other questions?
Where did you want me to post that question?
Post it on the Landy Chef page and post it, we posted tech tips today.
Okay.
I'm just gonna type the word here. So it should be at the top now, Tech Tip Tuesday. And if you post it there, I'll see if, hopefully somebody will see it. And if we don't come up with an answer there, we'll dig for one for you.
Okay.
But make it as easy as possible for yourself. Like, go ahead and buy yourself a bunch of the Season's Best cookbooks. I mean, those are really inexpensive to mail. Anything lightweight, like I usually do things like the micro grippers, you know, anything that's so cheap to mail. That's what I would recommend if you can't add it to their order. And that way it won't really, if you're getting it on a discount and then you're mailing it, it really won't, it'll cost you the same amount, right? It won't be so bad. Okay, other questions? Okay, I think we're right about at our, well, we're past our 40 minutes. I hope this was helpful for all of you. And so we will look for this next month. Heather, thank you so much for sharing. I can't wait to hear more about your Skype shows as we move forward. So who here wants to try live or Skype? Who's tried live shows? Anybody? Oh, yay, Casey. So tell us about your live show real quick.
I've seen a lot of people interacting more with a live show. So I actually went live on my group page a little while ago, actually with my daughter. And she got a better response than I did. And we actually just made the lava cake because she wanted something chocolate. And people responded really well to that. So I think it's something that I'm going to try to incorporate into my shows more frequently, maybe come up with a different outline, you know, and use some of the things that we discussed tonight. So definitely.
And I'll be working on an outline that I wasn't planning to, but now that I just saw what Sharon did, I'll try and work on a mock outline myself. I think that is going to be a way that I'm going to go moving forward. I've done it all. I've done the, you know, the 1 hour, the 5 day, the 7 day, the 10 day.
Which one seems to work the best for you?
And they all work. That's what's interesting. What I have not done is the live. So I'm going to try that. But for me, the investment of time, I think, I don't know yet, will be less with the live, just because I'm old and it's my brain, right? But I don't know that yet. And but some of you who are so proficient with, you know, the computer and this and that, and I mean, I'm pretty good, but I still, you know, it's moving this to here and this, you know how it is. It's,
Right. That's the benefit. I have a 17-year-old daughter. She's helped me out immensely.
Seriously, actually, my daughter for a few months was doing most of my posts in Post My Parties and then posting all my shows for me, and it was a lot easier. So the nice thing about doing that is if you are running multiple, you know, you're working full time, you're running multiple things, you can bring in help. You can bring in your kids to help you do this. Make sure you check it all. But yeah, you can save a lot of time by having them do it. Absolutely. I do think we have a little bit better touch of what people are looking for, you know, so make sure you're looking at what they're actually posting. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you for sharing some time with me. This is a huge opportunity for you this fall, so I'm so glad you're taking advantage. And Tiffany, enjoy that fire. We're jealous.
Thank you. I'm going to.
All right, sweetie. All right, guys, have a good one. And hey, if you're not packed full of shows, Thursday night there'll be a virtual booking blitz. You'll join on. You'll learn some great words to fill up the rest of your calendars, okay? So listen, make it a great one. It's October. This is the time. Make money. Enjoy. You'll have lots of extra dollars for the holidays. All right, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.